Dear students, welcome to this video. In this video, I shall discuss about how to open a file, how to close a file. I shall discuss about different file opening modes, three functions: read, readline, and read lines. So first of all, we will learn how to open a file. To work with a file, first of all, you have to open the file. To open a file in Python, we use open function. This is the syntax of open function. You have to write open, then within parenthesis, file name. If the location of the file is same as the current working directory, that means you do not need to write the path name. You may write only the file name. Otherwise, you have to mention the path of the file. You may use absolute path, you may use relative path. Later on, I shall discuss about absolute path and relative path. Then you have to mention the mode of opening. There are few modes using which you can open a file. For example, read mode, write mode, append mode, etc. Open function will return a file object. Actually, this file object is referencing to this file. That means using this file object, we can access the file. And here you have to write the file object name and then assignment operator. That means the object returned by the open function will be stored in this file object. Here is the example: f1 equal to open notes.txt. Here I do not mention the mode. By default, the mode is read mode. That means notes.txt will be open in read mode, and f1 is holding the object returned by open function. So using f1 we can access notes.txt. Next example, f2 equal to open notes.txt comma w. That means we are opening notes.txt in write mode, and f2 is the file object. Using f2 we can write in notes.txt. And one more thing, instead of this double quote you can use single quote also for both the file name as well as mode. These are the file modes. We know that there are two types of file: text file and binary file. For read mode, for text files you have to write R, and for binary file you have to write RB. For all the modes, if it is binary file, you have to write B at the end. For example, W for text file, WB for binary file. A for text file, AB for binary file. So first of all, I shall discuss about read mode. If you are mentioning that mode is R, that means it opens a file for reading only. The file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. This line is very important. Whenever we are opening a file, the open function is returning a file object to access the file, as well as whenever we are opening a file pointer is created. The file pointer is used to point a place of the file or position of the file. In case of reading, we can read data from the position where the file pointer is pointing, and in case of writing, we can write to the position or to the place or to the location of the file where the file pointer is pointing. So position of the file pointer is very important. In case of read mode, the file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file, and this is the default mode also. That means if you are not mentioning any opening mode, then the file will be open in read mode. So normally whenever we are reading a file, we will read from the first position of the file. So naturally the file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. In case of write mode, it opens a file for writing only. Overwrites the file if the file exists. If the file does not exist, creates a new file for writing. That means if the file exists, the data before writing will be lost. Next, append mode. A means append mode. Appending means the data that is stored in the file will be there as it is, and after that data you can add new data also. So the file pointer is at the end of the file if the file exists, because we are appending after the previous data. So the file pointer should be point to the end of the file if the file exists. If the file does not exist, it creates a new file for writing. Next, R plus. In case of text file, R plus. In case of binary file, RB plus. Opens a file for both reading and writing. The file pointer placed at the beginning of the file. Normally, using R plus, we used to read from the file at first. After that, we can write in the file. Next, W plus, or in case of binary file, WB plus. Opens a file for both writing and reading. Overwrites the existing file if the file exists. If the file does not exist, creates a new file for writing and reading. So using W plus, basically at first we used to write in the file and then we can read from the file. Then A plus and AB plus for binary mode. It opens a file for both appending and reading. The file pointer is at the end of the file if the file exists. The file opens in the append mode. If the file does not exist, it creates a new file for writing and reading. So basically, if the file exists, first of all it will append, then we can read from that file. Otherwise, it will create a new file and we can write in the file, and after that we can read from the file. Next, closing a file. After performing the operations, the file has to be closed. For this, a close function is used to close a file. This is the syntax. File object using which we have opened the file. We have to mention this file object name, then dot, then close. Basic operations with files. You can read the data from a file, you can write the data to a file, you can append, you can delete a file. Working with text files. Common extensions that are used as text file format. Web standards, for example HTML, hypertext markup language, XML, CSS, SVG, JSON. For source code, C, CPP, HCS, etc. For documents, TXT, text, markdown, etc. For configuration, INI, CFG, RC, etc. For tabular data, CSV, TSV, etc. Now I shall discuss how to read the data from a text file. You can read the data from a text file using read method or read line method or read lines method. And you can read the data using file object also. If you are using read method, and in the argument of the method, if you have mentioned n bytes, then it will read n bytes from the text file. If no n is specified, it reads the entire file. It returns a string containing either n bytes or entire file depending on the argument of the method. Next, readLine method. From the name of this method, you can guess that it reads a line from the text file. If n is specified, it reads n bytes from the line. It returns a string containing the line. Next, read lines. That means it will read all lines and returns a list of lines. Here the elements of the list will be lines of the text file. Next, using file object. Using for loop, we can iterate over the file object and it will return the lines of the text file. Now, using some small programs, I shall explain about read method, read line method and read lines method. In this program, in the first line, I am opening india.txt file and using file object, I shall read the text file india.txt. This is the text file india.txt and I am going to read this text file. In the second line, I have written file.read and I do not mention any value in the argument. That means this read method will return entire file as a string and this lines variable will store the string. So if we print the data type of the variable lines, then it will display string. And here I am printing the content of the variable lines. That means it will print the entire india.txt file. So this is the output. Here it is printing the data type of the variable lines and the data type is string, and here it is displaying the entire text file. Now in this program everything is same except I have given 4 as argument of the method read. This is the text file india.txt. You must know that whenever the file is opened, a file pointer is created. If the file is opened in read mode, then the file pointer will point to the start of the file. So it will point to the 0th character of the text file, that is I. And every time we read the characters, the file pointer will move forward. Here 4 characters will be fetched from the text file india.txt. So I is the first character, then N is the second character, D is the third character, and again small I is the fourth character. So using file.read, we are fetching INDI and the variable lines will store this string, and here I am printing the data type of the variable lines. So data type will be string and here I am printing the content of the variable lines. So it will display INDI and here I am closing the file. And one more thing, after fetching INDI, the file pointer will point to the next character. So it will point here. It will point here. So this is the output. Data type of the variable lines is str and it is printing INDI. Next, I am going to explain read line method. In the first line, I am opening the text file india1.txt using the file object. And one more thing, here the text file is india1.txt. This is the text file india1.txt. In the second line, I am reading using readLine method, and in the argument I am giving 7. That means 7 characters will be fetched from the text file india1.txt. As I have told you earlier that in read mode the file pointer will point to the 0th character. That means file pointer is pointing to I. So from this position 7 characters will be fetched and it will be stored in the variable lines. So this is the first character I, next this is second character, this is third, fourth, fifth, this is the sixth character is space, and this is seventh character. I is the seventh character. So it will fetch India space I. After fetching this content, the file pointer will point to this position. And in the third line, I am printing the data type of the variable lines. Obviously data type will be string, and here it is printing India space I. Look, data type is string, and here it is printing India space I. In the next line, again readLine method is used, and there is no value in the argument. That means it will fetch the remaining line starting from S, as the file pointer is pointing to S. So it will fetch S space the space fastest space growing space economy dot, and here you can see that I have given a new line using enter. That's why the next characters are written in the next line. So here new line character will also be fetched and it is stored in the variable lines. Now I am printing the content of the variable lines. So it will print S, the fastest growing economy dot, and the new line. That's why the cursor will go in the next line. And you can see that there is a blank line. But in the india1.txt file there was no blank line. This blank line is displayed because of the print function. As we know that after printing, by default print function adds a new line. That's why this blank line is created. And after this statement, again we are reading using readLine method. So after fetching this line, the file pointer will point to this character or this position. So this readLine method will fetch this entire line. India is looking for more investments around the globe dot, and another new line character. And in the next line I am printing the content of the variable lines. So here in this line, India is looking for more investments around the globe dot is displayed, and due to the new line the cursor will go here, and due to the print function a blank line is created. We can eliminate this problem of adding blank lines using the attribute end of the print function. For example, in this program everything is same, and I just added this end equal to single quotes, and this is the output. So what is happening? In the second line we are fetching India space I, and the cursor will point to S. And in the third line we are printing the data type of the variable lines. Data type is string. in this line we are printing the content of the variable line. So it is printing India space I. As print function adds a new line after displaying the content, so the cursor will go to the next line here. And here I am again fetching the next line. As the cursor is pointing to S, it will fetch this part. And here in the india.txt I have given a new line character using enter. So after displaying this line, due to this new line character, the cursor will go to the next line. And in the print function I mention end equal to quotes. That means no extra new line is created by the print function. That's why no blank lines will be there. After fetching this line, S space the space fastest space growing space economy dot, the file pointer will go here. So using this readline method, we are fetching this line. India is looking for more investments around the globe. And here I am printing the content of the variable lines. So it is printing this line. And here I have given a new line character using enter. So the cursor will go to the next line here. And there is no print function. I am closing the file using file.close. Now I am going to explain read lines method. As I have told you earlier that read lines method will read entire text file as a list of lines. This is the file india1.txt. We are going to read this text file. So in the second line I am reading the text file using readlines method, and contents of the india.txt will be converted to a list and will be stored in the variable lines, and the elements of the list will be the lines of the text file india1.txt. So the first element will be India is the fastest growing economy dot and the new line. Second element will be India is looking for more investments around the globe dot again new line, and so on. And the data type of the variable lines will be list. This is the output. This is the data type list. First element is the first line with the /n. Second element is the second line with /n. This is the third element. And in the fourth element there is only a new line. That means in india.txt here I have given a new line, then cursor will go here, and here also I have given a new line. That's why the fourth element is /n. Now we can read using the file object also by iterating over the file. So in the first line I am opening the text file india1.txt, and in the second line using for loop we are iterating over the file object, and inside the for loop we are printing the content of the loop variable I with end equal to single quotes. That means no extra blank lines will be created by the print function. This is the india1.txt text file from where we are going to fetch, we are going to read. You can see that using this small program we are reading the entire text file. So in the first iteration, first line of the text file india1.txt is fetched and stored in the variable I, and here I am going to print the value of the I. and in the second iteration the second line will be fetched and second line will be displayed, and so on. So in the first iteration the first line is displayed, second iteration second line is displayed, and in the third iteration third line, and the fourth iteration there is only a blank line, because I have told you earlier that after this line I have given a new line, here using enter. That's why a blank space is created. That means in india.txt there is a blank line at the end of the file. In my next video I shall discuss about different techniques of character fetching, word fetching, line fetching using read line, read lines and file object. Thank you for watching this video.